So, a YouTuber was kidnapped in the Philippines, an American YouTuber. Hunt for American YouTuber who was kidnapped in the Philippines' most dangerous area. The FBI have launched an investigation into the abduction of an American YouTuber who was snatched in the Philippines' most dangerous area. Elliot Eastman, 26, was shot in the leg and abducted by gunmen pretending to be police officers who spirited him away on a speedboat on the evening of October 17th. The Vermont native had been sharing his life online after moving to the southern Philippines, where he married a local Muslim woman in Cebu. Now, people are saying this guy's a passport bro. Don't know. Fits the definition, but I'm not going to call him anything. Now, the FBI have arrived in the South Asian country to investigate. The U.S. Embassy in the Philippines said in a statement, when a U.S. citizen is missing, we work closely with local authorities as they carry out their search effort. I did my own research on this guy.
Okay.
He was in a part of the Philippines, which even Filipinos don't go to because it's dangerous. Apparently, it's like the more Muslim side. There's a lot of religious conflict right now in the Philippines between the Christians and supposedly the Muslims. And he was over there on one of the islands. He knew what it was because he has a YouTube video called Living in the Most Dangerous Area of the Philippines Red Zone. Now, this is a white guy, doesn't speak the language, and everyone in the comments is flaming him. Okay?
Well, of course.
So,
remember that one guy that went to an island off the coast of India?
I thought you were going to say Haiti.
No, off the coast of India, and then nobody was going there, and there was a tribe that doesn't want to have contact with other people.
Oh, yeah.
And he went there to deliver and got speared to death.
Yeah, by the tribe.
Same.
Yeah.
To me, same.
F around and find out. So let's see what happens.
It's about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'm just cooking some dinner. Added some salt and pepper. Krish is gonna cook up some fish, and we're gonna have some dinner, and then tomorrow we're gonna go swimming.
There's an interesting aspect to this too, because apparently he started a business over there with money lending. He was lending people large sums of money, getting it back. He's working with somebody locally, and that's how he's making some money, surviving out there, taking care of his wife. Now, he's making content about it on the daily. He's documenting how life is out there and how he's enjoying himself. He knows how dangerous it is. He decides to go anyways. Okay.
How long has he been married?
He's been there for like a year and a half. He met her during that time. What do I think about this whole story? I think it's great that people want to travel and they want to ingratiate themselves in a culture. They want to learn about it. They want to be there. And if that's the definition of passport bros that people are going with, I support the idea of like moving to a country, ingratiating yourself, meeting somebody that you love in that culture, and married. Okay, good. You're not just some transient person who's going there and just trying to fuck every prostitute and poor person you can and then leave. You're trying to actually be part of it. I can respect that. If you're not from a place and you know part of it is dangerous, very, very dangerous, and you decide to go there with your American wealth and something bad happens to you, I'll be honest with you, I don't feel bad. I think it's incredibly irresponsible to go to places where there's incredible amounts of poverty and you on your little tiny YouTube channel make more money than your entire village combined. You have to understand what you are to these people, what you represent. Here you are with a different skin color. You look very different than them. You speak a different language than them. And in a day, you're making more than some of them make in a year. And you're living amongst them. You're trying to break bread with them. You have to understand that for people in desperation, for people with issues, especially in dangerous areas, all you are is a big old piggy bank with cracks in it. And shit is see-through. You think nobody gonna take a hammer to you? Truly? To me, this is a form of natural selection. Folks who just run around the hood with bling on their hands and you get robbed, like, I'm sorry. If you guys want to call that victim blaming, y'all go right ahead. I'm going to teach my kids what victim blaming is so they're not retards who die in a dumb way. Don't care. If my kid is the one going to the most dangerous area in the Philippines and just flashing his money and he gets kidnapped, I'm like, I failed as a parent. I did not give this person the mechanisms necessary for his ass to defend himself. And he's out here doing dumb shit. That's very predictable. So it's very difficult for me when people don't even take the minimal amount of effort necessary to defend themselves. Instead of even not even defending themselves, they go and put themselves in the most vulnerable positions possible. You jump in a lion's cage, I don't really care what happens to you. That's my stance. And I know it might sound cruel, but I don't know how else to think. Maybe it's because I was raised. I don't know. You're doing a money lending business. You're constantly flaunting how much money you got. Is it not crazy?
It is.
Am I a big asshole for what I'm saying here?
A bit.
Really?
Yeah, but I think that
Talk to me.
I think that
Bring me back.
I think that it's okay to be an asshole.
Okay.
The thing that happened is that being an asshole sometimes rules the world. Sometimes you have to be an asshole. In the spectrum of where you at, first it sounds like being an asshole, but then I thought my parents were assholes when I was a kid. And later come to find out, shit, they was right. They would try to prevent me from doing some shit that would get me in some position that I didn't want to get in. And sometimes you gotta be an asshole. Sometimes you gotta be like, hey, you know what? If you do that, that's gonna be pretty stupid of you. And you end up doing it, and some fucked up shit happened, and you're like, that was stupid. You are an asshole, but you were right. You didn't go, oh my God, I'm poor you. That's not the asshole thing to do. But I don't think that being an asshole is always that bad. No, because sometimes you gotta call it what it is. You gotta call a spade, and if it quack like a doc, walk like a doc, well, it's a doc. Or something stupid enough to walk like a dog and talk like a dog. You know what I mean? Like, this is a corporate decision that you took. You've been there with your girl for what, a year and a half? I don't even know if she's not in then of you getting kidnapped. You
She's
don't
not
know her.
what?
She in it.
She's involved.
Involved in involved.
I was thinking that too.
It's like it's been you don't know that person long enough for you to be married and live with it for a year and a half. You don't know that person. But that person's living, and then the people around her are like, yo, let us live too.
Yeah.
You got a pretty good bacon over here. It's fattening up. We need some fat. We need some grease. We Muslims, but we want to eat. And then they slaughter that pig. And that pig is you.
Yep. And also, think about it. His recklessness is one of the reasons why I don't feel bad for him. It doesn't just involve him. It involves the people around him. It involves the wife that he married. What if she got shot in the process of this abduction because he was being reckless? One of the reasons I have a hard time feeling compassion for people who are very flagrant, it makes me think of drunk driving. It's something that you did to yourself that's incredibly irresponsible, but it hurts so many other people potentially around you. Right? When you're there and you're walking with your wife and your kids and you flashing all your bling and you going through the most dangerous neighborhoods, like, I'm gonna think you're a fucking asshole too. Why? Because when they try to rob you, your kids gotta be traumatized. Right? When you know this place is really dangerous and you're not even trying to protect them by going to a different part of town, you're not even trying to protect them by hiding your jewelry, you don't care about that, you make everybody around you a target, I think you're an asshole. So does that make me an asshole for being like, I don't really care what happens to you personally? Like, maybe I could have the compassion to say, I don't want you to be harmed, because I don't. But at the same time, you don't protect yourself, you put yourself in danger at every chance you get, and you monetize it. It's not like you're just here because you're trying to save animals. You're leading with the title, the most dangerous part of the Philippines. I live here. You're monetizing these people's situation when they don't even have a chance. So these people who live there their whole life, they don't make money off of it. You come there for less than a year. You monetize the struggle that exists for their poverty. You, a white man who has nothing to do with their culture. And now you're monetizing, you're the richest person, you're lending people money with interest. I don't know. There's something about it that's really scummy to me too. Isn't it kind of weird that the person who's making YouTube videos and making money financially, the passport bro, is this guy? I don't know.
A lot of people that are suffering, that are being in misery.
Yeah.
And then some shit happened to you. I mean, I don't like you said, you don't wish it. But if it does, that was pure mathematics.
I feel conflicted on this because at the end of the day, I don't want someone to be hurt. But I just... I'm going to save my compassion for a lot of other people. I only have so much in my day, and there's so many deserving people, so many people going through things that they didn't wish for themselves. And then you got this guy driving in the opposite direction of traffic, and I'm supposed to feel bad. It's just hard for me. I don't know how it is for you guys. Maybe you guys have it in you. I just see so much shit all the time. It's just difficult for me, for people who put other people at risk and don't care. I don't know. It's a difficult thing to me. It's like that Jack Doherty guy. Huge asshole. Out here looking at his phone, filming himself streaming, and then crashes his Lambo. If he would have died, would I have felt bad? Not really. He's streaming, talking to chat. He's not caring about no one else that hurts so he can make money. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. I had someone tell me that, and I really thought about it for a long time. And I thought about it. I'm like, am I being really that bad? But the more I think about it, the more I feel like, no, I don't think so. I think what I'm saying hopefully for you guys watching, dissuades you guys from doing this kind of selfish behavior, dissuades you from drinking and driving, dissuades you from not putting in your seatbelt, dissuades you from a lot of bad behavior that just puts everyone else at risk. I hope it does. That's my responsibility here. Not to feel bad for this guy, but to encourage you guys to not do that same shit, to have a bit of self-awareness, to protect yourselves, to protect your people. That's what I would want. So,
Makes sense.
thank you. I want to see if the floor wants to chime in. From the floor, please. But yeah.
You know that we're UK's biggest.
Shut the
comment.
fuck up. Anyways, check us out on Discord.
We're UK's number one commentary.
This running joke is good though. Check us out on Discord. We're out there. We're playing games. Me and Preacher are always up in there. So get in there. Chat up.